Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to do a collective reading and we're going to see what the message is today for you guys. Keep in mind it's general, so it could be past, present, future. Some parts may resonate, others may not. You will know where this fits on your timeline in your story, okay? So let's see guys, what is the message? What is the message today? Actually, I don't know why, but I want these for some reason. For some reason, I'm being called to these right now. So let's see here. What is going on? We have the Emperor and the Moon. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. Okay, so we're dealing with an Emperor here. This could be you or someone that you're dealing with. We have the Moon. So there's something hidden here, or there's something secret, something hidden. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This could have something to do with job, career, Ten of Cups. I don't know why I'm getting the word inhibitions. I don't even remember what that word means. Someone's inhibitions. Career and family. Okay. So somebody could be reviewing this or thinking about like deep emotions, feelings tied to family and career. Why is the Emperor here? The Ten of Cups. Okay, so this has to do with a family situation. Two of Wands in reverse and somebody being blocked. The Lovers. This has to do with somebody's why do I feel like, is it inhibitions or inability? I got one of those. Well, I heard inhibitions, but I don't remember what that word means. But this is, I'm going to say it how it is, man. It's given me somebody's inability to choose between family and a lover or a relationship. Like somebody could have had both. That's kind of what this looks like. A relationship, Ten of Cups, and like somebody's lack of choice, like somebody didn't make the choice. Two of Wands in reverse, somebody didn't know what to choose. Okay, what's the Moon? The Tower in reverse. Yeah, it could be tied to someone's subconscious mind. Nine of Cups in reverse, like this could have something to do with like with somebody not knowing how to deal with change, or not knowing how to deal with like the fallout, like some sort of a fallout, some sort of a big change, somebody's like a choice, meaning some sort of devastation in life. Like if it's kind of giving me somebody didn't know how to choose something, because either choice they make, it would have been messy, it would have been a fallout, it would have been some sort of a destruction. It's like pushing off the inevitable. Like someone here was just, they refused to make a choice because they were pushing away the inevitable destruction of something, and that would have either been a family situation or a relationship. It's like somebody here kept secrets. Okay. Judgment, yeah. This has to do with some sort of conflict about somebody traveling or moving forward, or okay, we'll see what that is. What's the Eight of Pentacles? Okay, so some sort of truth and some sort of clarity here. When it comes to a Queen of Wands and somebody working on something with a Queen of Wands, Temperance, this could be a Sagittarius energy here. What's the Ten of Cups? The Ace of Coins, the Star, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this has to do with somebody's wish fulfillment or somebody having a wish, or that's what it's giving me, of a family. Queen of Cups in reverse. Aquarius, Sagittarius energy here. Let's see what this is. Tell me more about, who's this Emperor? This is somebody who was not expecting something about something not working out, or somebody's losing a job, or something about losing a job, not expecting something. What do you mean? Poverty. This Emperor didn't know what to expect. This Emperor didn't know if something would work out. Oh man, okay, I gotta say how it is. It's giving me a masculine energy that is like in a family, in a marriage, and then they like have, you know, they meet someone else, and then they have like, you know, a relationship on the side, and then they don't leave the marriage because, well, they don't know if the relationship will work out. It's like, well, I don't know if this new relationship is going to work out, so I might as well just stay in the marriage in case it doesn't work out. But I also want to stay with the new person in case my marriage doesn't work out. That's what this is giving me. Well, I don't really know. I mean, what if I just stay with both for now, because I don't really know if this is going to work out. I don't know if that's going to work out. I'm just going to ride the wave to see what works out. Okay. I'm just going to ride the wave because I don't know who I'm going to break up with. What the fuck? Soulmates in reverse. Partnership in reverse. Soul connection in reverse. Okay. Yeah, they ran out of time. So they ran out of time here. Whoever this person is, they had enough time. Okay. They didn't need any more time. Time is up. And it's kind of giving me, this is when the rug gets pulled by God. Okay. It's like the universe, God, your angels, your spirit guides, they have given you ample time to get your shit together and figure out what the fuck you want. Okay. This is somebody that couldn't make the move. Like they just refused to make a fucking choice. So they got the rug pulled out from underneath them because time was up. It's like you've gotten enough time. Okay. It's time to man up and become the emperor and get your shit together. Break up. Yeah, you need to choose here. Break up, separation. Because, you know, if you go this path, what ends up happening, if you can't choose, you lose everything. You lose both, right? Break up, separation. You need to break up with something here, with someone, with something, because time is up. Yeah, this has something to do with the past. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past. Heartbroken in reverse. What does that mean? Heartbroken in reverse. Breakup in reverse. The moon. Okay, so this has something to do with this person's deep emotional world. Like their subconscious, their emotions, what they keep hidden, what they keep bottled up inside of them. It's like this person could be avoidant when it comes to feelings. Like, that sounds weird, but it's like They could run away from uncomfortable feelings. They could run away from, grieving, sadness, separation. Yeah, the past. Look, I didn't even notice that the Six of Cups was here. Like somebody could have struggled with like, I don't know. It's like disappointing others. Like I'm not even really sure if this person... No, it is giving me a pretty selfish choice that they made. I'm not even going to say that. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's giving me something here was a bit strategic. It might not have been that way. It might not have been that way the entirety of this situation. But at the beginning stages of the dissolution of a marriage here, at the beginning stages of that, this was strategic, what this person did. It was selfish and it was strategic. It was like, well, I don't really know if this new relationship is going to work out, so I'm going to stick around in the marriage in case it doesn't. But I don't want to lose the new person in case my marriage doesn't work out. This was definitely something a bit strategic. This refusal to make a choice. Yeah, there's no excuses for that. I'm not even going to excuse that. That's just fucked up. King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here? Ten of Pentacles. Who's the King of Cups? Does this have something to do with someone's father? Like a father and the father's inheritance, or what is this? Who's the King of Cups? A marriage. Okay, yeah, marriage. A main female in reverse. But who is this King of Cups? Is this someone's father or who is this? It's somebody who lied about a relationship. Okay, so King of Cups is somebody who is lying about a relationship or lied about a marriage, lied about a relationship. There's a thief. King of Cups here. So why is this person popping out? Because this person took a risk and thought that they would have victory and success with this risk that they took. Okay. What did they do here? The King of Cups comes out again. So a King of Cups did something deceptive, manipulative, and conniving. Based on somebody working something out with the Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups in reverse, Ten of Cups. So whatever the King of Cups did here, when it comes to a marriage and somebody's inability to choose, this could come from this person, their inability to choose between two people, and possibly also what they told their family. Like, let's say, you know, this masculine here has a girlfriend. And the whole time he's telling his mother or his family members, yeah, I'm going to go back to my wife. I'm not going to leave my wife. I'm going to go back to my wife. I'm going to go back to my wife. Stop nagging me. Now, this might have been communicated in some sort of way, okay? There's a King of Cups who might have, you know, caught wind of this communication. Or maybe, I don't know, someone here finding out that this man was telling his mother or telling the family, oh yeah, I'll go back to my wife. I'm going to go back to my wife. That's what this is giving me. That this was then used to their advantage when it comes to this whole marriage scenario. When it comes to this manipulation about somebody's inability to choose and not knowing who to choose and not knowing what to choose, and then somebody allegedly choosing to work on something with the Queen of Wands. This whole narrative could have stemmed from a King of Cups finding out some sort of communication or something that was said to a family member, a Queen of Cups, a mother figure, about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to my wife in the past. Judgment. This is what a King of Wands then decided to work with, okay? The Chariot. This is what they decided to work with or work towards. A King of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands, in order to defend themselves from what happened in the past. So in order to defend themselves from what happened in the past, and some sort of a narrative surrounding somebody working things out with the marriage, working on something with a wife, going back to the wife. The communication is old, okay? It's like, this could be like, look, it's kind of like somebody says to their mother, like in 2021, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to my wife. Okay. And they're now, oh yeah, and they manipulated this and thought they would have victory and success with this. Okay. And they manipulated this and thought they would have victory and success. Oh yeah, because he said it in 2021. And it's like, what do we have now? 2025 is like, okay, 5 years later. Okay, what's that supposed to mean? What does that prove? Queen of Swords, what does that prove? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely fuck all nothing. Okay. So somebody here definitely played two people at the same time. At the very beginning of this, playing whatever this is here, this inability to choose, they were telling different people different things. They were telling their family one thing, they were telling the other person another thing, they were telling this person it's over, they're telling this person, you know, I want to be with you. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay. But let's not get some things twisted here. So what's the moon? The World in reverse. Yeah, because something hadn't closed out yet. Because they didn't close out the cycle yet. They hadn't ended something yet. Yeah, they didn't close out a cycle yet, which is like, if you've got a new girlfriend, okay, but you still have a wife, and you're telling your mother or your family members, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back to my wife. You have a new girlfriend, but you're telling the girlfriend you're single. Something needs to close out here, okay? There had not been a divorce yet, okay? They didn't close something out. What's the Tower in reverse? They didn't want to lose. This was somebody that at the time where they said this, okay, at the time where they said to people, oh, I'll go back to my wife, or I'm gonna work out things with my wife. At that time, it was a time where pretty sure the parties didn't even know about each other, okay? The girlfriend didn't know about the wife didn't know about the girlfriend, the mother didn't know about the girlfriend, the mother thought, you know, they're going back to the wife. Nobody knew about anyone, nobody knew about each other, nobody knew nothing. And this person, when they said this masculine, when they were talking about stuff like this, not knowing who to choose, it was because they didn't know, you know, it was because, look, they didn't want the fallout. They didn't want the catastrophe. They didn't know how to make the choice. They didn't know how to leave their family. They could have had a mother here, a narcissistic Queen of Cups in reverse, overbearing, over emotional, hysterical, controlling mother here, who pressured them, emotionally guilt tripped them, you know, made them feel like they're a horrible father, a horrible husband, a horrible person if they leave their wife. Them saying to their mother, you know, I'm gonna stay with my wife, might have even just been to shut the mother up or shut the family members up. Sometimes people like this in these situations, they get so pressured and so stressed out, you know, and if they want to leave the family or the wife, they don't know how to. They also don't know how to tell the new person, because then they'll leave. Then you got the mother or the family saying, you need to go back to your wife. People like this, they end up saying shitty things because they just want everyone to shut up while they figure it out. It's because they are trying to figure it out without causing a catastrophe. So they don't want a catastrophe with the mother, with the family, with the wife, and they also don't want the catastrophe of like losing all the girlfriends and losing the girlfriend, losing this. This is someone that was like, they didn't know what to do. Okay, they didn't know what to do. What they did was really fucked up, and I'm not excusing it at all. Super selfish, super self-centered, messed up, hurtful. Okay, but in this scenario, they definitely told their family, oh yeah, I'm gonna work it out with my wife, but they didn't fucking mean it at all. They didn't mean it one bit. They said it, I think, to shut the family up, just to shut everyone up, just to get them to stop nagging so that they can figure it out in peace. Okay. Yeah, stability, security, permanence, growth. Yeah, and it's kind of like, whoever this was, they felt the pressure of like, you know, the marriage has been here. You know, I even feel stupid. Like, I gotta be honest. I feel kind of like I'm in a weird situation right now doing a reading on a masculine that's obviously doing something super fucked up. I don't really want to have to explain the actions because I don't agree with them. I want to make that very clear. I'm not going to sit here and defend what they did, or I don't want it to come across like I'm, you know, explaining it away or excusing it, because honestly, I feel like Spirit is putting me in an uncomfortable situation right now, having to explain why this person did what he did. Okay, because I don't agree with it. You shouldn't treat people like this. You shouldn't leave people on like this, hide things from people, have multiple people at the same time. I don't even know why Spirit wants me to explain it like this, but here we go, okay? So it's about, you know, something being permanent and feeling stable. This is someone that like held on to a sense of security. So if you're married for, I don't know, or you've been together for what, I don't know how long this lasted, maybe let's say 10 years or something like that. It's stable, it's secure, it's like a routine, okay? You got the routine with the parents, with the family, with the kids, you got the life, you got the routine. It's stable. It's always the same thing. It's, you know, dependable. It's like, oh, okay, it's always gonna just be this way. Also, when you're married, I guess this person felt like they always kind of have like a safety net to fall back on, which is the marriage, which is like, well, okay, if all my girlfriends on the side don't work out, I'll just stick in the marriage. Okay, so, and you know, I guess their family also has this kind of a mentality because they're telling this person to stay there. Yes, stay where you're not happy and where you're stepping out and having secret lives on the side all the time, right? Because this is stability, this is security, and you need to stay with your wife and the kids. You have to. That's, I guess, what was going on here, okay? And this person is like keeping it shoved deep down because they don't know how to end something. They don't know how to end the marriage. They don't know how to disappoint their mother. They don't know how to end the relationship. They don't know what to end, what's going to stay, what's going to be stable. You know, well, I've been in the marriage now for a couple of years, or I've been in this relationship. I know that's going to be stable because I know I married someone that's never going to leave me. Doesn't matter how many times I cheat, they're always going to stay. So, you know, that's pretty stable. Or I could, you know, go with a new person, but I don't really know if that's stable because I just met them and who knows if that's going to last. I guess that was the mentality at some point here. Okay. Now, what's the truth about someone working it out, working on it with the Queen of Wands here? Text, calls, and emails. Text, calls, emails. What did I say? There's definitely text, calls, emails here of someone talking about how someone's mother, how somebody told their mother, oh yeah, I told my mom I'm going to work it out with my wife. So maybe that's the girlfriend, right? Maybe it's the girlfriend texting, calling, texting, finding out that the boyfriend, who now has a wife and kids apparently, has been telling the mother, oh yeah, I'm going to work it out. I told my mom I'm going to work it out with my wife, right? I don't know, something like that. Or text, calls, emails, or the wife or something, or the wife catching one of this. I don't know. But someone told their family this, okay? And it was probably most likely at the time where, you know, maybe they had just separated. Okay, I don't know. Man just moved back to mom's house, was trying to figure it out what they're going to do next, living with mom. Mom keeps nagging them. You need to go back to your wife. Masculine's like, shut up. I know. Stop telling me. Yeah. I'll go back to her. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll go back. I'll go back to my wife. Just stop. Leave me the fuck alone already, okay? Stop telling me what to do, mom. I'm just sleeping here for a while until I figure it out. It's something like that. Okay. Because this man didn't tell mommy that he was dating someone new. So while this man is sleeping on his mom's couch and separating from the marriage and doesn't know what to do, and while mommy is nagging in his ear saying, you need to go back to your wife, this man is not telling mommy that he has met someone new. He's actually telling everyone he has not dated someone new, and he's not meeting someone new, and there's no one else. Blah, 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 mom. Yes, mom, shut up. I already know. Yes, mom, fine. I'll go back to my wife. Just shut up and leave me alone. I'm not dating someone new, I promise. Okay. Focus on self in reverse. Selfish. Self-indulgence. This gives me like self-care, taking care of yourself, doing things that... Self-indulgence in reverse always gives me somebody that is selfish. And what this man did in this situation was fucking selfish. And I'm not even going to excuse it. I can sit here and say, oh, this is why they did it. But it's actually annoying me that I have to explain this. Because what they did was so fucking selfish. They are unable to choose between their family and their lover, but stringing everyone in the situation along. They're leaving their wife because they need some time to think for themselves, going to sleep at mom's house, telling mommy, yes, mommy, I will go back to my wife because I'm a people pleaser and, you know, I don't want to disappoint you and bring shame to the family. Okay, yes, mommy, just give me some time. Yeah, I'll go back. Whole time, he's got a girlfriend, telling the girlfriend he's single, right? No, I'm not married. I promise I'm not married. I promise. What the fuck? Unable to choose. Two of Wands in reverse. Unable to choose between a lover and a family. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's because, you know, it was psychologically tortured. No, it was because it was just too difficult and they were selfish. They were a people pleaser. They wanted to make mommy happy. They didn't know, should they take the risk and leave, or should they stay with the wife, or, you know, what if this doesn't work out, but, you know, divorce is expensive. They just made their life easier this way. They wanted their cake and they wanted to eat it too. And they thought, well, if nobody finds out about nothing, and if mom thinks I'm going back to my wife, and my wife doesn't know about anything, and my girlfriend thinks I'm single, well, then, you know, no one gets hurt, right? No one gets hurt if no one knows the truth. Nobody gets hurt. I can just keep lying to everyone and living my best life because then what? who's gonna care? I mean, nothing's gonna happen, right? I can just have my secret girlfriend, and then I can just let my wife believe I'm coming back one day, and then I'll tell my mom whatever she wants to hear just to shut her up. And then everybody can leave me alone and I'll just be happy. The fuck? Two of Swords, unable to make a decision. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's best for me. I don't really know what's best for me. What should I do? I have no idea. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Should I get a divorce and leave my family and bring shame onto my family name? Should I lose my relationship to my kids maybe? Should I, separate completely and, go through a divorce? Should I take a risk on this new relationship? Or what if it doesn't work out? Should I tell my girlfriend that I'm married, but what if she leaves me? I don't know what to do. Wheel of Fortune. And that's when the universe said, time's up. You're not going to make a choice. We'll make the choice for you. And now we're going to expose everything. And that's probably exactly what happened. That is always what happens in these situations. If somebody plays people like this, okay, if somebody lies to everyone like this, the spirit will come and say, okay, so we've given you a long time to make a choice. You're still not making a choice. You're still not being honest. Now we're going to expose you, and we're going to expose everything. Everybody's going to find out about everyone. Everybody's going to know the truth about everything that happened. Everybody's going to find out about all the lies that you told everyone and how you led everyone on. And then everybody has the right to choose if they want that or not. Because this person didn't give everybody the right to choose. Okay? He didn't give anybody the right to choose if they wanted that or not, especially if you're like, the women in this situation. It's not right. It's not right, okay? You don't want to be treated this way. The Four of Wands. The Fool, taking a risk towards a new beginning, a relationship. And that's when someone decided to take a risk towards a relationship? What do you mean? The Empress. The Knight of Cups. Oh, or this has to do with their mother, really. It's about what they told their mother about the relationship when they were living at home. That's what this is about. This whole thing is about what they told their mom when they were living at mom's house, okay? Yes, mom, I'll go back to my wife. Is that really Ace of Cups in reverse, even though I don't love my wife and I don't want to be there and I don't feel any kind of connection. Also telling mommy that they don't have a new relationship. They told mom where they were living, I don't have a new relationship. I'm single. I didn't meet someone new. And I'm going to go back to my wife. And that was their fucking mistake. Nobody in this situation should have to deal with the repercussion of this man lying like that. If anybody is to blame, it's them. The way that they dealt with it, the way that they lied to everyone. Why are they not being asked to come clean? They lied to their family. They made a secret about it. That is for them to deal with. That has nothing to do with the women in this case. That this man fucked up making a fucking simple decision. Okay? Not to lead people on and lie to people and keep secrets like that. Queen of Cups, it's about their mother. It's about their mother today. Okay? This person's mother. It's about them telling their mother that they're going back to the marriage and they're staying married. Oh my God, that's what it's about. Because this person didn't want to face humiliation. They didn't want to face the ridicule. Didn't want mommy to come out with the paddle and start, giving them a spanking, okay, as a fucking grown-ass adult. They didn't want mom to look down on them. They didn't want to be a disappointment. They didn't want to bring shame to the family. They didn't want people to, make them feel bad about their decisions. They just avoided conflict. This is a grown-ass man telling their mommy, yeah, mom, I'm going to go back to my wife, just because they want their mom to shut the fuck up. Just because they want their mom to stop nagging. Just because they want their narcissistic, overbearing, borderline, hysterical mother to stop nagging. When are you going to go back? When are you going to go back to wife? Go, blah, 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 blah. So this grown-ass adult couldn't even look at their freaking mother and say, I'm not going back. I don't want to. What they ended up doing was saying, yeah, mom, I'll go back. I promise. Because you're a fucking people pleaser. Okay? Because you're a fucking people pleaser. And you don't have any fucking balls. No backbone. No backbone. People like this have no backbone. Okay? None. That is so disrespectful to every single person involved in this mess, that a grown-ass man is so avoidant of conflict and so scared of ridicule and judgment by their mommy that they tell their mommy what mommy wants to hear, just so mommy shuts up. Instead of saying, hey mom, by the way, I've met someone. Do you think a person like this could tell their mommy that they met someone new? Mommy would have a meltdown. Mom would have a fucking raging meltdown. And that is probably why this person told their mother, yes, yes, I will go back. Yes, yes, I'm not dating someone new. Yes, yes, mom, whatever you want to hear. Because their mother would have had a raging fit with a wooden panel. Spanking. Verbal spanking. Okay. I feel like this kind of mother, this is the kind of mother where you don't make your own decisions. You do what mommy tells you to do, or you will bring shame on the family. Okay. I will tell you who you're allowed to be with. This person didn't want to deal with the fallout. Didn't want to deal with mom, what mom has to say about them dating someone new, having a girlfriend. Look, I would hope, if I had a son and my son tells me he doesn't want to be with his wife and he's met someone new, I would tell my son to get a divorce immediately. You want to know why? Because I wouldn't want my son leading on someone that thinks that they're married to someone who's actually cheating on them the whole time, who doesn't want to be there, who wants to see someone else, who's only with someone because they're settling. I wouldn't want my son to treat a woman that way. I wouldn't want my son to treat a woman that way. If I felt like my son was married to someone that he doesn't even value, doesn't want to be with, walks out on, doesn't care about, doesn't even really want to, I would tell him to get a fucking divorce. For everybody involved, okay? Because people deserve to be happy. They don't deserve, no woman deserves to be pressured and, stomped into a marriage where they obviously don't want to be just because they feel like they have to do it to make the parents proud. They don't want to disappoint their parents. I would find it more disappointing to find out that my kid is a serial cheater because he's so fucking unhappy in the marriage. I would tell my child to leave. And this is the kind of mother that tells them to stay. So that should tell you a lot about what kind of a family this is. Okay, that's the first thing, right? If you're telling your son to stay with someone that they don't want to be with, what are you doing? Your son can't even tell you that they've met someone new. What does that tell you? It should tell you about how this lady would react to finding out somebody wants to meet new people. I mean, really. The magician. Yeah, so that's why this is a part of this Queen of Wands here. The wife, I guess, or someone here thinking that somebody is going to stay with them, right? So then mom, who's meddling, goes to the wife and says, yeah, I talked to them. They're going to stay with you. They're going to work things out with you. Mess. It's a fucking mess. And the whole time this man has a girlfriend, has a lover, has somebody new, and isn't telling anyone a thing because it makes it easier for them not to deal with conflict. No excuses whatsoever. The messages, yeah, the messages, the messages, the messages. Their bright idea with the messages, Page of Wands, their bright idea that they had with the messages about somebody working on something with the Queen of Wands. What year? What year was this? Yeah. How long ago was it? To say that there was a relationship. Yeah, no. Definitely not. Like I said, just because somebody's living at mommy's house in 2020, 2021, 2020, whenever the fuck this was, and said this to their mommy back then, that doesn't mean anything. High Priestess. So those years could be significant for someone since the High Priestess just came out. Okay? That doesn't mean anything. Three of Wands in reverse. What does that mean? Knight of Cups. Yeah, no, nobody's planning a proposal. Nobody's planning on, no, this is not, somebody is not talking about the future here. This is the past. This has nothing to do with the future. Nothing. Okay, let's not get it twisted here. No. This Empress, Eight of Swords, this mother just tried to trap someone, okay? This was when, whatever was said here in these messages, this was said in a time where somebody felt trapped by their mother or with their mother, living at their mother's house. That's when this happened, okay? That's when these words were said. When somebody lived with mommy and mommy wouldn't stop annoying them, okay? That's when this happened. That's the truth. Yeah. And it also happened, whatever words were said here happened way before Spirit said time's up. These words about going back to the wife or working things out with the wife or lying about not dating someone, that stuff happened before the rug was pulled. That's why somebody said these things, because the rug had not been pulled yet, which means that the rug being pulled in this case is when everybody found out about everyone. When the wife found out about the girlfriend found out about the wife, and everybody found out how long two people had been dating and seeing each other. These conversations happened before the rug was pulled. Because that's why somebody said these things to their mother. You have to understand, this man said these things to their mother because everything was still a secret. Do you get it? There's no way this shit was said after the rug was pulled and everybody found out the truth. This happened before. Okay. Yeah, Temperance and Death in reverse. This happened. These words were said in a time where this man didn't know what to end, or didn't know how to end it, or didn't know how to change the situation, didn't know how to say no to mom, didn't know how to end the marriage, didn't know how to end the relationship, didn't know how to end something. Or this is just the truth about the mother and the wife thinking that somebody wasn't gonna leave. I don't know, but it happened. It's before. These things were said before everybody found out. Okay. So yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time.